Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Happy 2023. Here I am once again trying to post on this channel, but I'm back with something to post about. The Winx collection from ColourPop. This collection is just full of my colorful, shimmery, fairy dreams, and I wanted to make a video about it because I think sometimes people are very hesitant about using color in their eyeshadow looks, but I wanted to make a video with wearable looks ranging from easy, intermediate to more advanced, and what better way to do that than using all 6 fairies as my inspiration. Just to go over what's in the collection, there's one 15 pan palette, there are 6 ultra glossy lips inspired by each Winx girl, there are 3 light sticks inspired by each Trix girl, 1 glitterly obsessed, and face crystals also inspired by each Winx. I'll be using pretty much the whole collection in my looks today, but the main focus is the palette, the packaging to what the actual palette looks like, and the shade names make it all that much better. And you just get all the girls there. I can't, and I'm sorry, I'm speaking gibberish because I can't express how much joy this color story brings me. And you can see each of the girls come out in these colors, which I love. In this video, I'm gonna be focusing on 3 girls to bring inspiration to my 3 looks, and that's gonna be Flora, Aisha, and Tecna. For my first tutorial, I'm gonna be taking inspiration from Aisha. Just gonna bring y'all in a little closer. We're gonna start by using a small, sharp angled brush, and we're taking the shade Andros, dipping it in, and we're going to be drawing a wing shape going above the crease since that's our darkest shade. And I like to keep my eyes open because I have a low brow and a deep crease in my eyelid. And you don't have to worry about blending right now. We're literally just drawing this triangle shape from our crease in our outer corner. Now that we drew on this triangle shape with our angled brush, I go in a little bit, just like that, but not a ton. Like you barely go into the triangle, just to make like a sort of wing with it. Now, because I have a smaller lid space, I like to use smaller brushes. Now I'm going to be taking a pencil brush and dipping into the shade Charmix, and we're just gonna blend inwards over that dark shade we just did, kind of going into the middle of our eye and into the triangle we made. And again, I'm keeping my eyes open because I want to make sure it looks like how I want it to when my eyes are open. Okay, and then I want to use my pencil brush again, but I understand not everyone has multiple brushes, so I like to use this brush cleaner, and I just clean off the color that I just used, which is a really nice hack. It was totally worth buying one of these, because then you don't have to buy so many brushes. So now we're going to be using a pencil brush, and we're going to be dipping into the shade Zenith, and just finishing the inner corner of the eye with it, causing a little overlap with the shade Charmix, leaving a little space in our most inner corner. Now the next thing that I like to do is I like to go over the colors in the same steps that I just showed y'all, just to make it look more pigmented and more blended. So if you just go back, rewatch those, and do it over this eye look, you'll see the difference that I'm talking about. Okay, I'm back, and I just did all those same steps on my right eye, and you can just see the difference between the blend and the pigment between this eye and this eye. This eye just looks so much more better, and it's so much worth that little extra time of repeating those steps on your eyes. Okay, now that we're done with our matte shades and our matte sparkle shade, I want to go in with some glitter. I'm going to be using this like rubber brush from Morphe. Typically I like to use shimmers and glitters with my fingers, but I feel like my nails are just going to get in the way, so I'm going to be using this, and I'm just using it exactly like a brush to get into my inner corner, and it's going to overlap with Zenith just a little bit. And glitter gets everywhere. I didn't think about this, but it's fine, you know, this is fairy inspired, so it's okay if glitter gets everywhere. And because I just couldn't help myself, I took Andros and the sharp angled brush again, and I just did that at my outer lower lash line just to extend the wing bit down there, just because I feel like it opens my eyes a bit more, and I love it. Okay, because all the girls have green in their looks that I'm doing today, I decided to go in with the Light Sticks Darcy. The Darcy light stick is a minty green with like a silvery duochrome finish. I like to take light sticks and rub it on the back of my hand first just to get it warmed up, and then I take my finger pad and then I just tap it on the areas that I want to highlight. Ooh, not to be 2016, but she's cute. And now, since this is Aisha's look, I'm going to be using Aisha's gloss, and it's a blue gloss, but you know, I think it's fitting because she's the water fairy. Okay, now before I fully complete this look, I have to use the Glitterly Obsessed because I'm obsessed with these. It's a rainbow opalescent glitter, so it's like a confetti glitter that I've had before. And you know what else I'm also obsessed with recently? I'm obsessed with glitter freckles. I saw a TikTok of someone doing glitter freckles. I've been obsessed ever since. I just take this on my finger and I just go over it as if it's freckles. Popped on some mascara after that little detour, but this is the final Aisha look. I love how this look turned out. It's super simple and easy for beginners, but also great if you just want to have a little color but still look very wearable. Just to go over the shades that we used again, we used Andros, Charmix, Zenith, and Nature's Symphony. Andros is a vivid blue-green matte shadow. Charmix is a pastel bright seafoam green matte shadow. Zenith is a soft chartreuse with silvery pinpoint, and Nature's Symphony is a minty glitter with opalescent highlight. Okay, now that Aisha's look is completed, let's move on to Tecna. And this is gonna be a little bit more advanced, so I would say like the intermediate level of eyeshadow. So we're gonna start with going in with the shade Zenith on a dense packer brush. This is the same soft chartreuse shade that we used with Aisha, and we're just packing that in on the middle of our lid. Now that we have Zenith on, you're just gonna drag it a little bit into the inner corner and a little bit to the outer corner. Now you're going to be taking a dense angled brush and you're going to be dipping into Andros, and we're just going to be doing our outer corner, dragging it up and buffing it out. Now I know what you're probably thinking, this looks a lot like Aisha's look. Well, we haven't added the purple yet, so chill. Now I'm just taking a flat brush and I'm going to be going into the shade Digital Blast, because you know that's for Tecna, and I'm just going to go from my inner corner and just kind of swipe it up above the light green that I have in the middle of my lid. And now I'm just going to take a clean pencil brush and go against the edges like a patting, swirly, and windshield wiper motions. Really small ones though, because I have small lid space. Now that we have this purple, I'm going to be dipping into Zenith with a pencil brush and going in our bottom inner corner and dragging it out just a little bit. Now taking a smudger brush and going back into Digital Blast from in the middle underneath the waterline and just drag it out. You're gonna have to go over it a couple times, so be patient with yourself. And then going in with Zenith in the lower outer corner in between Andros and Digital Blast, just to bring them together. I'm gonna be taking in that rubber brush I was using earlier, and I'm gonna dip into Pure Magic, and I'm just gonna drag it over the same place that I put the purple, just to bring more of a highlight into this corner. And then see how it just kind of brightens up my eyes just by being there? It's just nice to have the layer there to really liven the look up. This is the look for Tecna. You know, I just couldn't help myself, but I felt like Tecna needed a wing, so I added a wing. And just to go over the look, we used Andros and Charmix, which we also used in Aisha's look, but the two new shades that we used were Digital Blast, which is a metallic bright lilac shade, and Pure Magic, which is a teal violet opalescent duochrome finish, which is a super shock shadow in the palette. Let's move on to the third and final look of this video, which is inspired by Miss Flora. This is going to be the most advanced look of the video. Now we're moving into some different colors. I'm going in with like a very thin brush. This is from Glisten Cosmetics. So we are taking Sounds of Melody on our thin brush and just sketching out the arch we want to do. It's okay if it looks thin because we'll just go right back over it. And I'm literally just acting as if I'm drawing with a pencil right now, so don't trip about like blending or anything. It's okay if it literally just looks like a line on your face. Now that we have the arch that we made using Sounds of Melody and the really thin pencil brush, we're going to take a flat brush and we're going to dip into Linfea, and we're just going to follow along underneath the arch we made. And it's okay if it looks a little messy right now because we're going to clean it up. Now we're going to take a clean pencil brush and we're just going to blend the two together. This might take some time, so just be patient with yourself when doing this. Okay, I stopped blending to show you all the difference between my right and left eye. This is my right eye, how it's looking blended right now, using the technique when we were doing Aisha's look where you go over the colors a couple more times before you move on from blending that area. And this is where we left off. It works, y'all, so just take the time to go over it a couple more times. Now I just want to clean up the top so that it's really sharp, so I'm just going to take a damp Q-tip and I'm just going to very carefully go across the top. Now using an angled brush, we're going to go back into Sounds of Melody. And we're going to create a wing shape starting from our outer corner's edge. And because I want it a little bit thinner on the end, I'm going to take the brush we originally were using, this very, very thin brush, and I'm just winging it out using my nail to clean it up a little. Now I kind of want a negative space wing for this look, so I'm going to start from where my crease ends and pull it out to the end of the line that I just made. And now that we have the wing on both sides, I'm going back in with Linfea and I'm going to just fill it in just at the edge of my inner corner, going into the wing a little bit. And now back again with the shade Zenith, which is the green that Flora wears. We're just gonna go over the middle of our eye very lightly. It doesn't have to be pigmented at all because we're gonna go over it with something else. And now we are using Nature Symphony again, and we're just going directly over Zenith. And because y'all know I love a good super shock and a bright inner corner, we are taking Pure Magic and putting it right there in our inner corner. And now that we have our inner corner highlight, I popped on mascara again, and this is the final look for Flora. We've already used Zenith, Nature Symphony, and Pure Magic in the prior two looks. The two new shades that we haven't used are Sounds of Melody and Linfea. Sounds of Melody is a matte fuchsia shade and Linfea is a matte warm baby pink shade. That is the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. Leave a comment down below if you enjoyed it or if you would like to see the other 3 fairies in a part 2 video. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I can't stop saying thank you. If you recreate any of these looks, please post it and tag me in any of the social medias down below. Thank you so much for watching and Happy New Year!